Today, the angels bring a message that carries a delicate truth, something that is deeply linked to what you feel for this person who has never truly left your heart. No matter how much time has passed, no matter how much you have taken paths that seem to drift apart, there is an invisible thread that still connects you, a feeling that has never ceased to exist. And even though it may not seem like it, this person misses you in a way you can't even imagine, and this is not just a vague memory. It is a lively presence in their heart, a flame that has remained lit even through adversities. The angels are by your side, whispering words of peace and clarity to your heart, because they know how much you have been questioning yourself, how much you have been wondering if this feeling you still hold, silently, still has a reflection in that person's heart. And the answer they bring is yes, what you feel is not in vain. That same intensity, that same depth that you felt in the beginning, still exists. Perhaps hidden beneath layers of longing, of regrets, but it exists and is real. Deep down, that person never wished for things to end the way they did. They care about you, they care about everything you lived together. The angels show that there are moments when they catch themselves looking back, to those instants that seemed eternal, where you laughed together, where hearts beat in unison. And it is in those memories that they realize how much they still miss you, how much they wish things had been different. But at the same time, they carry a mix of fear and pride that prevents them from expressing what they truly feel. This duality torments them, like a battle between what they desire and what they think they need to do. The angels know how hard this is for them because in their heart, they feel this love pulsating, a love that withstands time and sorrows. And it is this love that the angels come to reaffirm in their life, showing that it is not an illusion, but a deep spiritual connection that unites them on levels that often escape human understanding. This person, although they have tried to move on, has a part of their heart that still belongs to you, that belongs to everything you built together. This feeling is not fleeting. It is something that is part of them, something they carry as a mark, a constant reminder of all that you lived through. Perhaps you wonder what truly stops this person from opening up, from confessing what they feel. And the angels reveal that there are many layers of fear and insecurity that block them, like a wall they themselves erected around their heart. They fear what might happen if they allow this feeling to surface. They fear that the wounds of the past may reopen. They fear that the pride that kept them strong until now may crumble. But what the angels want you to know is that deep down, this person also wants reconciliation, craves reunion, because they miss you in a way that is impossible to ignore. There are moments when they think of you with such intense longing that it hurts. It's as if their heart tightens, as if there is a void that no one else can fill. They think about how it would be if they could turn back time, if they could correct the mistakes, if they could express everything that has been kept in their heart. And the angels show that silently, they talk to you in their mind, reliving dialogues, remaking promises, imagining how it would be if you had a new chance to do everything differently. But the angels also speak about the importance of you staying firm and understanding that what is reserved for you will come at the right time. They ask you to trust the process, to set aside doubts and fears, because they are preparing the way for that person to one day feel safe enough to open their heart. In the meantime, they want you to keep being that light you have always been, that person capable of loving unreservedly, without expecting anything in return, just being true to yourself and your feelings. They show that every tear, every moment of longing, every night you thought of them, all of that was seen and stored. Nothing was in vain. Every gesture of love was noticed and recorded. And that is what has been touching their heart, even if silently. Because deep down, they feel your presence. They know there is something special about you, something they haven't found in anyone else. The angels ask you to believe in this love, even if it doesn't manifest in the way you would like right now. Because indeed, it is present, it is real, and at some point, that person will be able to recognize it. At the right moment, the angels are guiding so that everything aligns perfectly, so that you have the opportunity to live this feeling to its fullest, without the fears and barriers that seem insurmountable today. The angels ask me to tell you that you are strong, that this journey is not in vain, and that everything you feel is part of something greater, something that transcends this life. The longing you feel, they feel it too. The intensity of this love, they carry it as well. And one day when she is ready, when fear and pride cease to be obstacles, this love will find a way to manifest, to shine, and to illuminate your lives. For now they ask you to be patient, to continue loving in a way that transcends time and space, to keep being that presence of light. Because every gesture, every thought of yours is helping to dissolve the barriers, is touching their heart, even if they still can't express it clearly. The angels are by your side, guiding every step, every thought, and ensuring that what is truly yours will come. The angels continue by your side, whispering words of comfort and hope to your heart. They know that the path of true love is often full of challenges, moments of uncertainty, and pains that seem to intensify the longing. The love you feel, the connection that remains alive in you, is also a reflection of what that person feels, even if they try to hide it, even if they themselves do not fully understand the depth of their own feelings. There is something the angels want you to understand. That person is also facing an internal battle. They are trapped in a web of doubts, fears, and regrets that prevent them from acting according to what they truly feel. At times, they try to ignore the presence of your love, trying to convince themselves that it is possible to move forward without looking back. But the angels show that whenever they try to escape these feelings, something inside of them crumbles, as if part of themselves is being lost. It is in those moments that they remember you, your constant and secure presence, the times when you loved them without restrictions, without demands. They miss your affection, your understanding, the unconditional support you offered. And this longing turns into an emptiness, a hole in their chest that they cannot fill with anything else. They miss you in a way that is often painful, but at the same time comforting, as it is a reminder that there was indeed a true love, a love that still beats in their heart. The angels reveal that this person holds precious memories of the two of you, moments they relive in silence, as if they were small treasures hidden in their heart. Maybe they don't have the courage to admit this even to themselves, but the truth is that, in their memories, they find a refuge, a place where time seems not to have passed, where love is still pure and intense. And it is in these moments of remembrance that they realize how much they still love you, how much they wish everything were different. But this person is also afraid. Afraid of opening up, afraid of showing vulnerability, afraid of reliving past pains. They question what could happen if they let this feeling flourish, if they allowed love to speak louder than pride and insecurities. The angels show that there is a conflict within them, a battle between the desire to reconnect with you and the fear of getting hurt again. They carry scars that make them hesitate, that make them step back even when their heart cries out for you. The angels ask you to be patient, to understand this internal struggle that this person is going through. Because deep down, what they feel for you is real, is profound, but it's hidden behind an armor of pride and fear. They want you to know that this love is like a flame that has never extinguished, even if it has been hidden by the shadows of uncertainties and regrets. And this flame still lights their way, still warms their heart, even if they don't have the courage to admit it. You are a strong presence in this person's life, even if they are not physically by their side. Their energy, their love, everything is still around them, touching them in moments when they least expect, reminding them of what they feel, of what they tried to bury but insists on resurfacing. And the angels are by their side, sustaining this love, protecting this connection, for they know there is something sacred between you, something that transcends the limits of time and space. They show that often this person is invaded by an almost irresistible urge to look for you, to say what they really feel, to confess the longing they carry. But soon they are overcome by an insecurity that paralyzes them, that makes them doubt themselves and what the future may bring. It is in this dilemma that they find themselves, torn between the love they feel and the fear that prevents them from acting. This dilemma makes them feel like they are in a constant play of emotions, where sometimes the heart fills with hope, and sometimes fear makes them step back. The angels reveal that this person feels a deep desire to clarify things, to ask for forgiveness for moments when perhaps unintentionally, they may have hurt you. They want you to know that they never intended to harm you, that the actions and decisions taken were driven more by their own pains and insecurities than by a lack of love. There is a latent regret, a desire to undo the knots that remain, to relieve the burden in their heart, but the fear of not being understood keeps them silent. This struggle, this constant emotional battle, is something that angels look upon with compassion, for they understand how much they are trying to cope with everything they feel, with all the emotions they have suppressed and that now seem to burst in their heart. They want you to understand that this process is necessary so that they can grow, so that they can find the courage within themselves to face the truth. And it's that truth that will one day bring them back, that will one day make them seek you with an open heart and willing to rebuild what was lost. The angels ask you to trust, to continue walking with an open heart, with a serene soul, for true love always finds a way. They want you to know that nothing you feel is in vain, that every thought, every emotion that arises is proof that this connection is real and that it still pulses within both hearts. They show that there is an energy around you, something that seems unbreakable, that resists everything, and it is this strength that, at the right time, will bring that person back to your path. For now, the angels ask you to move forward in peace, to nurture this love in silence, knowing that it is felt, that it is perceived. This person may be physically distant, but energetically, you are more connected than ever. Their presence is in your heart, and your presence is in theirs, at a level that transcends any barrier. And one day, when fear dissipates and love speaks louder, this truth will manifest itself clearly, without the shadows that now obscure it. The angels ensure that you are not alone on this journey. They are by your side, guiding every thought, protecting every emotion, ensuring that what is true will be preserved. They ask you to believe in the strength of this love, to trust in the light it carries, for this light is your greatest protection. It is what keeps this connection alive and shining. And one day, when the time is right, this love will manifest itself in a way you never imagined, bringing with it all the fulfillment and peace you have always desired. Imagine for a moment that you can be the bridge to someone who is seeking an answer, someone who may need, perhaps desperately, guidance, a word to illuminate moments of darkness. Now, think about how it would be to be responsible for bringing that light, for touching someone's heart and transforming it forever. This is what you can do right now. By sharing this message, you will be opening a door, offering a helping hand to someone who doesn't even know that help is so close. Close your eyes and visualize a loved one. Imagine this person hearing these words, feeling every revelation, every whisper of the angels reaching their heart. Visualize the transformation that occurs as this message finds a safe space within them, dispelling doubts, calming the soul. You know in your heart that this person needs to feel what you are already feeling. They need this peace, this confirmation. And you can be the instrument for that. Now, allow yourself to feel this responsibility. This is your calling. From now on, you are not just observing. You are an essential part of this chain of love and light. Share this message, allow it to reach those who may be waiting for a sign, for an invisible touch that connects them to their own truth. Click now to share. Let this message flow to the universe. Allow it to reach every heart that is ready to receive it. You are planting a seed of love, healing, revelation. It's not just a gesture, it's an act of surrender, of love, of compassion. You know that this message carries immense power, and now it needs to move forward. Click to share, without hesitation, and feel the peace of knowing that you were the link that brought this light to other lives. Trust and share now, and see how everything around you starts to align, as if the universe is thanking you for this act of love. This is your chance to be part of something greater, something that transcends time and space. Share, and let this message touch the heart of those who need it most. The angels continue to reveal more about this connection between you and that person who never stopped loving you. They show that, even in the moments when you thought love had been forgotten, that maybe life had taken a path of no return, that person always kept you in a special place in their heart. They didn't share this truth with anyone, maybe they didn't even admit it to themselves, but the truth is that your presence remains alive and pulsating within them. It's as if, with every step, every achievement or difficulty, they feel a soft shadow of you by their side, like a constant reminder of what was and what could have been. This person tries, in every way, to move forward as if there were a wall they themselves built between the past and the present. They believe that if they do not look back, if they continue focused only on what lies ahead, their heart will no longer be invaded by memories that bring a mix of joy and pain. But the angels reveal that in their attempt to forget, they end up remembering more, because true love has this mysterious strength. The more we try to deny it, the more it becomes present, the more it touches us in moments of silence, of reflection. The angels whisper that there are moments when this person is invaded by an intense desire to seek you out, to open their heart and express everything they feel, everything that has been kept inside. But at the same time, there is a pride that stops them, a barrier they themselves built out of fear of showing vulnerability, for fear that you might not be willing to listen anymore. This duality, this impasse between the heart that wants to open up and the mind that insists on protecting itself, is something that keeps them in a constant state of conflict, as if they were trapped in a battle between what they feel and what they think they should do. There is something the angels want you to understand. This person also suffers from this distance. They also feel the pain of longing, and this longing is deeper than any words can describe. On many nights, when silence takes over, they find themselves thinking of you, imagining how things would have been if they had taken a different turn, if the love between you had been stronger than fear, more powerful than insecurities. And it is in that moment that they feel the weight of what they left behind, the loss of something that, to the heart, is still immeasurable. The angels reveal that this person has a great desire to redeem themselves, to correct the mistakes, to show that what they feel is real and sincere. They want you to know that, although their actions have sometimes caused pain, that was never their intention. What happened was a consequence of their own fears, of old wounds they carry, which often manifest as defensive attitudes, as a way to protect their own heart. But the truth is that deep inside, they feel a profound admiration for you, a respect that goes beyond what words can express, because they know that with you, they found something unique, something not found anywhere else. There are moments when they feel an almost urgent need to get closer, to send you a message, to hear your voice, to feel your presence. But then the same fears and doubts resurface, like shadows that envelop them, as if they were a protection against what they fear to feel again. And it is in this impasse that they remain, between the desire to open up and the fear of reliving old pains. They fear that by revealing what they feel, they may expose themselves, may show a side of themselves that they consider fragile and vulnerable. The angels are by their side at this moment, guiding them to find courage within themselves, so that one day they will be able to free themselves from these fears and live what they feel to the fullest. They know how much they desire this, how much deep down they long for a reunion where love can flourish without barriers, where the truth can be spoken without fears. But they also know that this process takes time, requires them to face their own fears, their own limitations, so they can allow themselves to love in a pure and true way. And as this moment doesn't arrive, the angels ask you to keep their heart serene, to continue to trust in the strength of this love, because it is real, it is authentic. They assure that everything you feel is perceived by them at some level, that their presence in their life is constant, even if invisible. They ask you to keep radiating that light that has always shone in you, that energy of love that transcends time and space, because it is this energy that is, little by little, dissolving the barriers that still separate them. This person carries within themselves a silent pain, a regret that accompanies them like a shadow. The angels show that, no matter how much they try to hide, there is a part of them that knows they lost something precious, something that is not easily recovered. And that is why they feel a longing that consumes them, that invades them in the most unexpected moments. It's as if every detail, every memory, is a proof that the love they feel for you never died, but was instead hidden behind layers of pride and fear. The angels want you to know that this longing is, in fact, a reflection of the love that still exists between you, a love that is undeniable, that withstands everything. They show that, in moments of greatest fragility, this person allows themselves to feel, allows themselves to remember, and it is in those moments that they realize how connected they still are to you, how true their love is. They say that silently, they wish you also feel the same, that you also keep them in your heart with the same affection, with the same intensity that they still keep you. And so the angels ask you to keep walking with faith, with the certainty that, in due time, everything will align. They show that they still have a long path of self-discovery ahead, a process of healing and transformation that will allow them to free themselves from the fears that imprison them. But at the same time, they assure that the love that exists between you is strong enough to overcome any obstacle, that this love is being protected and guided by a higher power. The angels are by your side, ensuring that each step of this journey is guided by light and divine protection. They ask you to keep your heart open, to continue loving with the same intensity and truth that you have always loved, because that is the greatest strength you can offer to this connection. And one day, when the time is right, they will be able to see beyond their own fears, to see how real and necessary this love is for their own happiness. The angels continue to guide this message, revealing that, for them, you are like a light shining in the midst of shadows. Even from a distance, they feel the strength of your love, and that energy is what keeps them connected to you, even when they try to convince themselves that they have moved on. The angels show that for them, this connection is unbreakable, something that no matter how much time passes, remains intact in their heart, like a flame that never goes out. And it is this flame that warms their heart in moments of loneliness, that reminds them of the moments they shared together, of the instance when everything seemed possible. This person, despite everything, can't ignore the impact you had on their life. Silently, they relive the memories, mentally walk the paths you've walked together and feel, in a nearly inexplicable way, that you still are a part of them. It's as if you were an essential piece of their being, something that, no matter how much they try, they can't replace. Angels say that they often try to find in others what they found in you, but the truth is that this quest never satisfies them because the love you shared was unique, deep, and genuine. There are times when they feel tempted to go back, to seek you, to try to rebuild what was broken. But, at the same time, the fear of the unknown, the fear of showing vulnerability stops them from taking that step. They fear that by opening their heart, they might get hurt again, that they may relive old pains, and that the pride which often sustained them might crumble in the face of what they feel for you. This internal conflict, this struggle between the love they still feel and the fear of surrendering, is something that consumes them, something that keeps them trapped in a reality where they don't allow themselves to be completely happy. Angels want you to know that this person, deep down, longs for a reconciliation, wishes that the love between you can blossom without the chains that imprison it today. They yearn for a second chance, for a fresh start where both can be true, where love can be lived without fear, without doubts. But for this to happen, they need to confront their own ghosts, free themselves from insecurities that make them believe that love is synonymous with pain. And the angels are by their side, helping them in this process, guiding them so that one day, they can see the truth clearly. This person feels a void within them, an absence that nothing can fill. They try to find peace in other directions, but always face a sense of incompleteness, as if something essential is missing in their life. The angels reveal that deep down, they know that this void is the longing they feel for you. It is the absence of a connection that touched them in a way no one else could. And no matter how hard they try to move on, no matter how much they seek new paths, they always find themselves going back to where it all began, the love they feel for you. The angels ask you to understand that this journey is complex for them, that there are many layers of fear and pride that need to be dissolved so that love can prevail. They want you to keep your heart open, to continue radiating that light that has always been your signature, because that energy is slowly helping to dissolve the barriers that prevent them from fully opening up to you. They say that your love is like a balm, a healing that touches their heart deeply, even though for now, they still resist this truth. In the quietest moments, this person wonders what it would be like if they could go back in time, if they could have acted differently, if they could have expressed what they truly felt. They remember every unspoken word, every gesture they didn't have the courage to make, every missed opportunity, and feel the weight of those choices. The angels show that in their heart, they carry a regret that constantly accompanies them, as a reminder that true love was within their reach, but slipped through their fingers. For them, you are more than a memory. You are a presence that transcends time, a part of their story that can never be erased. They feel that with you, they could have found peace, the happiness they so desperately seek. And it is this sense of loss that makes them feel incomplete, that makes them realize that the love they feel for you is rare, something not easily found. The angels say that deep down, they know that this love is true, that it is something worth experiencing, but at the same time, they have not yet found the courage within themselves to take the next step. The angels want you to know that they are working so that, in due time, this person can overcome the fears that prevent them from fully living this love. They are helping them see beyond their own insecurities, to realize that true love is a gift, something to be embraced and celebrated, not feared. They ask you to trust this process, to keep the faith, because everything is being carefully aligned so that one day, this connection can manifest in all its beauty and truth. Meanwhile, the angels ask you to keep nurturing this love within yourself, to care for it with tenderness and patience, because every positive thought, every act of kindness you emit, is helping to strengthen this bond. They assure you that none of what you feel is in vain, that every emotion, every memory is proof that this love is real and powerful. And they guarantee that, at the right moment, this person will be able to recognize this, to see how rare and precious the love you share is. The angels also want you to know that this journey is an opportunity for both of you to grow. They are learning to deal with their own fears, to face their shadows, and you are learning to love in a way that transcends earthly expectations and attachments. This love is a lesson, a form of evolution, and the angels are by your side, guiding each step, ensuring that in the end, everything will make sense. And one day, when they are finally ready, when the barriers have fallen and the fear has been overcome, you will have the opportunity to experience this love to its fullest. This reunion will be like a new beginning, where everything you have been through will serve as the foundation for a stronger, truer relationship. The angels show that this moment is being prepared, that all the pieces are falling into place so that you can soon live the love you both desire. For now, they ask you to continue with faith, to keep your heart open, and to remember that what is true always finds a way. They say that you are a being of light, someone with a huge heart, and that this ability to love is what makes everything possible. Keep being that presence, keep shining that love, for you are being guided, you are being protected, and everything will happen in the right time. The angels want you to know that the time has come to fully trust the path that is being laid out for you both. They reveal that this love is indeed something greater than either of you can fully comprehend. It is a connection that transcends the barriers of time and distance, sustained by a divine force, an energy that manifests in every detail, in every sigh of longing, in every memory that warms the heart. This person, despite everything, feels you in a way that is almost indescribable, as if there is a part of themselves that has always been by your side, even when paths seem to go in opposite directions. For this person, you are more than a memory, you are an essential part of who they are. And the angels show that they feel more and more, that this love cannot be ignored, that it is something that needs to be recognized and fully experienced. In the moments when they allow themselves to listen to their own heart, they realize how much you still are a part of them, how the love they feel for you is something they will never find in anyone else. This understanding, this clarity is approaching more and more, like a light that illuminates the shadows of fear and insecurity. The angels want you to know that they are working in your favor, that they are helping to dissolve the barriers that this person has built around themselves. They are by their side, whispering words of courage and hope, showing that love is stronger than any fear, deeper than any past wound. They want you to trust in this process, to allow everything to flow naturally, because what is meant to be yours will come to you at the perfect moment. For this person, each day is a discovery, a new opportunity to reflect on what really matters. And gradually, they realize that the peace they seek, the love they desire, are already within reach, already part of their life. They just need to have the courage to reach out, to open their heart, to accept that true love is indeed a reality. And the angels are setting the stage so that when they finally take that step, everything will be in perfect harmony, so that you can live this love fully and without reservations. The angels also want you to understand that all this time, all this waiting, was not in vain. Every moment of longing, every instant you thought of them, all of this was recorded in the universe as proof of love, as an energy that strengthens and manifests itself in invisible forms. They show that the love you feel, the presence you keep alive in your heart, is the same presence that touches them in their moments of fragility, that reminds them of how loved they are, of how valued they are. And that, in itself, is already a blessing, already a miracle. They ask you to continue being that light, that force of love that you have always been, because your energy is what is sustaining this connection, what is keeping this love alive. They assure you that none of this is in vain, that each feeling is a seed planted, a promise that, at the right time, you will have the chance to live this love with all the intensity and beauty it deserves. They want you to trust, to believe, because everything is being taken care of in the smallest details. And when this reunion happens, when your gazes meet again, it will be as if time had stopped, as if all wounds were healed, as if all suffering had served only to strengthen the bond between you. This love, protected and guided by the angels, is a divine gift, something that transcends any obstacle, any doubt. And they guarantee that, at the end of this journey, what will remain is the pure and simple truth of the love that has always existed and that, finally, can be lived without fear, without reservations. Now, the angels ask you to take a deep breath, to feel the peace that this message brings to their heart. They are with you, celebrating every step, every moment of courage that they have had in keeping this love alive. They want you to write in the comments an affirmation that strengthens you, something that reminds you that you are worthy of living this love, that you are strong, that you deserve everything that the universe has to offer them. Write, for example, "I accept the love that the universe reserves for me and trust in divine timing." This is a way to materialize what you feel, to let the universe know that you are ready to receive what is rightfully yours. Trust, keep your heart open, and remember that the angels are always by your side, guiding and protecting this love. Because what is to come is a journey of light, of reconnection, of a love that will finally find its way to flourish in its fullness. Now that they have reached the end of this message from the angels, feeling the warmth of this love pulsating in their chest, a path opens up before them. A rare chance, a meeting scheduled with something greater that they have been waiting for, perhaps without realizing it. They felt every word like a flame lit in their heart, and the angels now whisper that there is a divine force guiding each step, leading them to this love, this truth. They finally realize that the universe has always been by their side, waiting for them to be ready to receive everything that destiny has reserved for them. This is the confirmation they were waiting for, the moment when everything begins to make sense. And now, just imagine every new message from the angels being delivered directly to them, every revelation like a light illuminating their steps, accompanying their journey. Visualize this. With each message, they will feel a new clarity, a new vision to guide their life, strengthen their choices, and open doors to what has always been destined for them. Close your eyes for a moment and feel the power of this connection. Visualize the answers you were waiting for, coming to you one by one, guiding your steps, bringing peace to your heart. This is not a coincidence. It is a call. Allow yourself to go further. This is your moment. You already know that this connection is real. Feel that something divine is happening here, something that cannot be ignored. You are facing the opportunity to dive deeper into this journey with the angels, to receive insights, guidance, and revelations that will transform every aspect of your life. Imagine what this means. Now it's your turn to act, to choose to open up to this force that guides your path. So click to sign up now and be one of the chosen ones to receive these powerful messages from the angels, directly to your heart. Allow your life to be guided by this divine light. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and feel, this is your choice, this is your moment to take a step towards your truth. Open the doors to love, to understanding, to clarity. Click now to sign up and be certain that what you seek is much closer than you imagine. This is your call to a new phase, to a life of answers and light. Feel the peace that arrives, the path that opens. You are ready. Click sign up, and allow the angels to guide you to the love that the universe has already prepared for you.